was officially a Class-13 Deathworld, then someone suggested Class-14. 1. The meeting. The Galactic Council chamber was built from diamond lattice and neutron glass, materials designed to endure the arguments of civilizations older than suns. But that morning, the chamber itself seemed to flinch. "Order," barked Chairwoman Zyra of the Voke. Her wings twitched in irritation as a dozen delegates hissed, pulsed, and clattered across the hall. "We will address the motion in sequence." A cold blue holo flickered in the center, a glowing image of a small, storm-scarred planet. Virek of the Onkari Collective stood, crystalline plates clicking. "Madam Chair, I formally propose that the world known as Sol 3, designation Earth, be reclassified from Class-13 Deathworld to Class-14. The room fell silent. Then someone choked on their own translator node. 2. The objection. "There is no Class-14, protested the envoy from the Direen hive. 13 is the maximum scale. Beyond that, life is unsustainable. Then perhaps," said Virek, "we need a new category." The murmuring rose to panic. Chairwoman Zyra tapped her data slate. "Ambassador Virek, please state your evidence. You are suggesting that an inhabited planet exceeds the uppermost danger classification." Virek's crystals dimmed ominously. "Inhabited. Chairwoman, they thrive there. 3. Enter the human." The chamber doors hissed open, and in walked a human. Unarmored. Unescorted. Mug in hand. "Morning," said Ambassador Mason Trent. "Sorry I'm late. Security insisted I surrender my coffee. Something about hazardous liquids." Half the delegates recoiled. The last time someone tried human coffee, their circulatory gel boiled. Zyra fixed her mandibles. "Ambassador Trent, we are reviewing the classification of your homeworld." Trent smiled easily. "Oh, you're upgrading us? Sweet." "It is not a commendation," Virek snapped. "Your planet is a biological catastrophe." Trent took a slow sip. "That's one way to put it." 4. Exhibit 1, the planet. A holographic model of Earth rotated in the air, volcanoes, oceans, storms, tectonic plates grinding like teeth. "Observe," said Virek. "Global instability, atmospheric volatility, magnetic fluctuations, constant bombardment by asteroids. Temperatures range from subcryonic to molten." "Yep," Trent said. "We call it weather. You build cities on fault lines. Good views. Your seas rise, your poles shift, your own star irradiates the surface." Trent shrugged. "Sunburn builds character." "Character," hissed Zyra. "It builds extinction." "Not yet." 5. Exhibit 2, the ecosystem. The holo shifted again, jungles, deserts, mountains, oceans alive with motion. Everything biting, stinging, or eating something else. "Exhibit 2, Virek said grimly. "Flora and fauna. Every organism on this world is predatory, parasitic, or poisonous." "That's nature," Trent said cheerfully. "Your plants eat animals. Only the small ones. Your insects transmit lethal diseases. Occupational hazard. Your oceans teem with monsters that could crush starship hulls." Trent blinked. "You mean whales? They're nice. And you swim with them?" "Sure. Sometimes they let us hitch rides." The chamber erupted in horrified murmurs. Zyra twitched her wings. "You share a planet with apex predators and call it recreation?" Trent grinned. "We invented cage diving. For fun." 6. Exhibit 3, humanity. The holo zoomed in on the planet's dominant species, humans. Wars. Explosions. Cities. Music. Rockets. "Exhibit 3, said Virek, his voice dropping. "The inhabitants. Self-destructive, aggressive, ingenious. They weaponized every form of energy they discovered. They've poisoned their atmosphere, melted their poles, and survived everything. Evolution in action, Trent said. They split the atom, Virek continued, then detonated it on purpose. Trent nodded. Science. They developed machines capable of exterminating their own species. Insurance, he said, sipping. You have fought global wars. Only 2 major ones, Trent said. 3 if you count the one on the internet. 7. The field visit. Against all reason, the council approved an inspection. Very well, Zyra said. We shall observe your world firsthand. Trent smirked. You might wanna bring sunscreen. The Amazon. The shuttle descended into a wall of green. Humidity struck like a solid thing. Insects the size of palms whirred past. The air is alive, gasped Zyra. Yep, said Trent. Jungle. A roar echoed through the canopy. What was that? Asked Virek, shimmering nervously. Could be a jaguar. Or a howler monkey. Or both. Both. Depends who's hungrier. The desert. Next, the Sahara. Sand stretched endlessly beneath a burning sky. This temperature exceeds safety limits, cried Zyra. Hydrate, Trent advised. You have settlements here? Tourist spots. For what purpose? Sunsets. Virek muttered, they admire their executioner. The Arctic. White silence. Air so cold it burned. Uninhabitable, Virek said flatly. Tell that to the researchers, Trent replied, pointing at a distant station. They live here. Sure. They study penguins. Penguins. Little tuxedo birds. Very polite. 8. Civilization amid chaos. They returned to a human city, New Tokyo. Rain lashed against towers that stretched into clouds. Neon bled through mist. People hurried through flooded streets, laughing, arguing, unbothered. You live in constant danger, Zyra whispered. Trent shrugged. We call it rush hour. A thunderclap shook the windows. No one flinched. You don't even notice the planet's rage, Virek said. Oh, we notice, Trent replied. We just work around it. 9. The verdict. Back at the council, silence reigned. Finally, Virek spoke. Chairwoman, I withdraw my proposal for Class 14. Zyra exhaled in relief. Virek continued, I propose a new category entirely, class. Confusion rippled through the chamber. Omega? Zyra asked. You mean? The impossible class, Virek said. A world that should not sustain life, yet overflows with it. Inhabited by creatures who not only survive, but prosper. Trent raised his mug. Cheers. 10. The record. The classification update came 3 days later. Planet, Earth, Sol 3. Designation, Class, the impossible world. Primary inhabitants, Homo sapiens. Hazard level, undefined. Advisory, avoid direct contact. If interaction is required, bring gifts of caffeine. Trent printed the entry on a shirt. It read, Class native approach with snacks. 11. The discovery. Weeks later, a report reached the council. A new human colony, Valkyrie Station, had been established on a tidally locked world. One hemisphere frozen, the other lava. Conditions, incompatible with life. And yet, the colony thrived. How? Asked Zyra. Trent shrugged. Heat on one side, cold on the other. We built cities in the middle. You mean the unstable twilight band where fire meets ice? Best sunsets in the sector. 12. The epilogue. From orbit, Earth spun blue, green, violent, beautiful. Storms raged across its surface. Lightning stitched the clouds. To the rest of the galaxy, It was chaos incarnate. To humans, it was home. Ambassador Trent watched the planet through the viewport, coffee steaming in hand. Class 14, he murmured. You were aiming low. A meteor streaked across the sky, burning bright, just another Tuesday on the impossible world.